I would never go back to corporate. I would never go back to traditional business because Asea has made the network marketing business model the best business model in the world. Hello, kumusta?
Kumusta? Hello, Dan. I'll turn over the host to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that you can share your screen.
Hello, Mike.
So these are our new leaders, Dan, here
Boji.
in the Philippines. Yeah, Buji is our
Fantastic.
leader in Iligan. Okay, so meet our new leaders, Dan. We are almost 20 people now in Zoom. Some of them are new. They were not able to hear Asia Redux and Renew 28 yet, and also your story. My dear friends, this is Dan Doyle from Honolulu, Hawaii, my mentor, my upline, and he will share to us his story and also all the necessary information about ASEA redox signaling molecules. So take it away, Dan. Go ahead.
Thank you, Roland. Thank you so much. Great to see everybody on this call. Thank you for coming on and spending your time with me today. Just make sure everybody's on mute. Okay.
Yes, paki-mute po lahat. Paki-mute.
Alrighty. Almost. Think Jong isn't on mute. Thank you. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the call. Roland, thank you for arranging the call. Thank you for your leadership. You and Maricela are doing an incredible job in the Philippines. My name is Dan Doyle. I am from Sydney, Australia, now based in Honolulu, Hawaii. I've been involved with Asea for 6 years now, and I wasn't looking for a business or a business opportunity, I can tell you, but I was desperately looking for something for my health. And what you're going to hear about is nothing less than the single greatest health science, anti-aging, and human performance breakthrough of our lifetime. It's unlike anything you've ever heard of in the past, if you haven't heard of this yet. It's not an antioxidant, it's not a super juice, it's not a nutritional supplement, it's not an alkaline water, it's none of the things that you've used in the past. This company's come up with these amazing little molecules, this product, this technology that can signal the body to heal itself. It's an amazing, amazing breakthrough. And before I go into my story, the presentation, as you know with these things, it's not a pharmaceutical product. It's a supplement that we can replenish our body with. So what we're going to present doesn't treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. I'm just going to admit some people as they're coming in. Okay. Welcome to those who just came on the call. So I'm going to go into my story first. And a friend of mine introduced me to Asea for my health because I totally lost my health. And for anybody new on this call, I would say that you being on this call and whoever introduced you to this call has just handed you one of the best gifts you'll ever receive in your life. And this is a gift that you can give to other people and you can help other people with. So I'm going to start the presentation now and start with my story. And my story goes back to growing up in Sydney, Australia, played a lot of sports, very fit and healthy all my life, excelled at a lot of sports like rugby and judo, gymnastics, surfing, aerobics, and this sport called bodybuilding. And for all the ladies on this call, don't get too excited because I don't look like this anymore. This was me when I was 24 years old. So it was a long, long time ago. I'm nearly 53 years old now. So back in these days, I was in the health and fitness industry. I actually had my own gym. I started as a young entrepreneur. And over the next 20 years, I've built and sold 20 traditional businesses. So fast forward 20 years to the end of my entrepreneurial days, and you can still see that I kept fit and healthy. I wanted to be the best version of a 50-year-old that I could be. I was 44 in this photo, and I thank God I was in this condition, because 6 months after this photo, I felt something in my stomach that just quite wasn't right. And in 2011, the doctors gave me some very bad news and told me I had not one but two major health challenges. Next to me is a good friend of mine. He's 21 years old in this photo. He'd been through all the hospital visits that I had started in this photo. And unfortunately, after this photo was taken, his issue came back. He went back into hospital and he never came out. We lost him at the age of 23 years old. He died. I went through 2.5 years of what I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I was in a hospital in Sydney, Australia, going through all those terrible things where I lost all the hair from my head to my toes. And at the end of the 2.5 years of what they put me through, my doctors told me to get my affairs in order. I wasn't very happy with that. I made a decision to take the responsibility of my health back into my own hands. I did some research. My research led to an alkaline diet, and I started cleaning up my diet. I became a pescatarian. My mother thought I'd changed religions. I just ate fish, vegetables, salad, and I drank water, and that was it. And I also found good products from a lot of network marketing companies like Zango. I was drinking their mangosteen juice, a bottle a day. Isogenics, product B. Max Products, Celgevity, Life Vantage, Protandem, Kangen Water. And this was the result after 2 years on all those products and that diet. So the way I looked here was a reflection of what was happening on the inside. My body was still heading in the wrong direction. My health was still in a lot of trouble. This photo was taken in 2014. A friend of mine reached out to me and said, I think I found something that can help you. So long story short, I flew to Salt Lake City. I met him in the headquarters of this company called Asea, and Asea is a cellular health company. And I started on this Asea redox cell signaling supplement while I was in Salt Lake City. And in 3 hours, I was going through a major detox. Toxins coming out of my body so fast, they were coming out of my skin, little red spots all over my torso. In 12 hours, a 20-year caffeine intolerance had gone away. Any more than 2 coffees, I got discomfort and bloating in my stomach. That problem was gone. The next day, I had so much lung damage from what they put me through in that hospital, I had trouble breathing and talking at the same time. The next day, my lungs were functioning perfect. So in 3 days, I had 3 incredible product experiences. I went back to Australia. I kept drinking this product. 1 year later, 1 year on the product, this is the day in 2015, the doctors gave me some very good news and told me there was no sign of those 2 major health challenges, multiple injuries from playing sports that had gone away, and 20 years of pollen problems, sneezing, runny nose, all gone away. 1 year on the product. Fast forward 2 more years, 3 years on the product. You can see the anti-aging. You can see me looking younger. I was feeling younger. So I'd like to go back here. It's not going to allow me to go back. But what you're seeing here and what you saw in those other photos is a reflection of what was happening on the inside. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Asea now. I'm going to talk about the company, where the company came from, how it started, the breakthrough, these molecules, the products, and a little bit about the business. So please bear with me. It's going to be worth the wait. So Asea is a network marketing company. Now, if somebody came to me with Amway, this way or that way, 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I would have run the other way. I used to think people involved in network marketing were crazy. But from my experience now, being in corporate and building 20 traditional businesses over 20 years, employing 3,500 people, I would never go back to corporate. I would never go back to traditional business, because Asea has made the network marketing business model the best business model in the world. And if you tried to win a lottery, if you tried to win lotto, it would be 1 in 19 million people will win lotto. If you get involved in a network marketing business and you build the business, 1 in 100 become millionaires. 1 in 100. This is an incredible business model. So we got the opportunity to share this with others, to give this gift to others, and to earn residual income. This is Asea headquarters, based in Salt Lake City, Utah. So Asea is a global leader in redox signaling-based technologies. You're going to hear all about these redox signaling molecules. This is Vertus Norden and Tyler Norden. These are the founders of Asea. Vertus Norden came from running a $36 billion division of Kraft Foods in America. He was vice president, number 2 in Kraft Foods. Tyler Norden, his son, came from also upper level management in running Fortune 50 companies in financial services industry. These two gentlemen founded and they own Asea. And the way this company started, Vertus Norden was invited onto the board of a biotech company. And that biotech company was in a lot of trouble financially, and they asked him to sort out the financial difficulties. And for many, many years, this biotech company was trying to stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body, a product that was made just from salt and water. And in 2005, when Vertus Norden became a board member to sort out the financial difficulties of this biotech company, he realized they were in so much trouble they needed to sell off all their assets. One of the assets was these molecules that had not been stabilized. So he actually bought the technology, he bought the studies, he bought the research, knowing that while these molecules weren't stable, this was not worth anything at all. But he thought to himself, if I can stabilize these molecules outside of the body, I could sell this to the pharmaceutical industry, and that would create generational wealth for my family. And what happened was, he did buy the technology in 2005, and in 2007, after 17 years, he did what science said was impossible and stabilized these redox signaling molecules outside of the body. And what happened was, he went to the pharmaceutical industry, he had a meeting with some pharmaceutical executives, and in that meeting, these pharmaceutical executives knew that they had something huge. They knew that they had a big breakthrough, a breakthrough that was going to do a lot of damage to the pharmaceutical industry, and they made Vertus an offer that he couldn't refuse, a huge offer. But there was a catch. There's 135 people on the product at the time, and the pharmaceutical executives wanted the product taken off the people. And Vertus said, well, that's a bit harsh. 6 of those people, the doctors can't do anything for them. If I take them off the product, they're going to die. One of the pharmaceutical executives said, Vertus, people deal with their challenges the best they can. If you want this check, you need to let them go. So he made a decision that day, because he knew the pharmaceutical industry was going to shut this down. He made a decision that day to leave this as his legacy to humanity. And 3 years later, Asea started in 2010. This is the upper level management of Asea, 200 years experience in the network marketing industry and also in traditional business. And this is some of now, because we have a lot more, we've got a lot of more people on the Science Advisory and Medical Professionals Board. And these guys, some of them are actually building the business, and some of them are actually promoting redox because they just love what it is and what it can do for people. So we've got 20 global distribution centers around the world. Asea to date has turned over $500 million, probably more like $1 billion total. $90 million 2017, $126 million in revenue 2018, and $170 million in sales 2019. Significant growth ever since they launched, debt-free and profitable since their first year. They were in the black from the first 9 months from inceptions. Sales will exceed 200 million this year, and it's projected that within the next 4 to 6 years, Asea will be $1 billion company. Asea is positioned ahead of the growth that will come in health and wellness, athlete performance, and anti-aging industries. This is their manufacturing plant. So I can tell you the manufacturing plant, the land next door, their headquarters, the land next door. Asea own everything outright. There's no debt. And they manufacture all their own products. This manufacturing plant is an FDA-approved manufacturing plant. Right now, it's scalable. They can actually turn over $1 billion in product right now through this manufacturing plant. That's just of Asea or the redox products. Asea operates in 33 markets. They started in the United States. They went to Canada, Mexico. They're in Dominican Republic, Colombia, Australia, New Zealand, a lot of countries in Europe, Philippines, obviously, Thailand, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Singapore. And it says here less than 1% of those markets know about this product. It's less than 0.01% of all of these markets know about this product. There's only 300,000 people in the world that know about Asea in 33 countries we operate in, with a population, a combined population of over 4 billion people. We tap into the 3 biggest industries of the world. And in these industries, health and wellness, beauty, anti-aging, and sports performance, these industries turn over $4 trillion per year. And they all see significant growth. Asea has some of the most unique and advanced products in these industries, and just the marquee products that I'm going to talk about can basically take most of that $4 trillion in sales from these industries with what these products can do. These products that Asea have got heavy patents on the process of how to make these molecules. So nobody can copy. There's 37 overlapping patents in place for the next 20 years. I'm going to talk about these molecules now, what they are and what they do in the body. So I'm not going to go too much into the science, but I just want to go into some basics. We're made up of 75 trillion to 100 trillion cells. Inside every single cell is mitochondria. The mitochondria is the little factory units, the little power plants that produces the energy for our cells. As a byproduct of that energy production, there's a chemical reaction that takes place that changes the molecular structure of salt water within our cells into these molecules called redox signaling molecules. Now, these redox signaling molecules you're producing right now, even if you're not on the product, you are producing redox right now. You're producing millions per second, and there's millions being used up every single second. And what they're responsible for once they're produced is to detect a cell and then signal the immune system to come and either protect the cell if it's a good cell, repair it if it's a cell that needs repair, or destroy it and replace the cell if it's too far gone. I'm sure you've heard of antioxidants. Everybody's heard of antioxidants. Antioxidants get rid of the rubbish from our body, the free radicals. But antioxidants are useless and do not work in our body unless activated by redox signaling molecules. These molecules are key in the regulation and balancing of our 12 major systems, as you can see in this photo. Our skin, our bone, our thyroid, cardiovascular system, our immune system, digestive system, endocrine system, nervous system, all these systems are kept in balance and check by the redox signaling molecules that we naturally produce. What are people worried about and scared about around the world at the moment? Why are you guys wearing masks? Why do I wear a mask? Why do we wear masks at the moment? We're all concerned about COVID, right? These molecules detect the bacteria, the virus, and the infection in our bodies. Without that detection, our body has no idea these problems are there and these things get out of control. Redox signaling molecules reaches down to genetic level and DNA level, opening up genetic pathways and cleaning everything up down to DNA level. Oxidative stress, an example of oxidation is the plaque that builds up in arteries that causes heart disease. I'm sure a lot of you know people with diabetes. These molecules actually regulate our pancreas. So when our pancreas is out of balance, our insulin levels are out of balance. These molecules regulate and balance our pancreas as well. So some of you have children on this call. Probably nearly all of you have children on this call. And I'm sure if you've got young children, they still have a lot of energy. And if they fall over and hurt themselves, they heal and they recover very fast. Children are producing an abundance of redox signaling molecules. By the time you get to my age in our 50s, we only have 50% production left. By the time you get to 70 years old, we only have 10% production left. So a 70-year-old is healing and recovering 10 to 20 times slower than a 10-year-old. So, fundamental to us healing, if we can't fix ourselves, we're never going to get well. So somebody comes to me with a heart problem, and I tell them, you haven't got a heart problem. Or they come to me with a lung problem. I say, you haven't got a lung problem. They come to me with a kidney problem. I say, you haven't got a kidney problem. You've got a cellular problem. If we can fix the cells, you will not have the issue with your organs. Every single condition, disease, and issue that any of us get, anybody that you know, anybody at all that has a problem, every single issue started because your own production of redox didn't detect the problem in the first place. And then a symptom came to the surface, which took 5, 10, 15, 20 years before it produced as a symptom, and you felt something, or the doctor diagnosed with you something. It takes 5 to 20 years for that to happen. So your own production of redox didn't find the problem in the first place. Once you have the problem, there's too much damage for the redox to help you because you're not producing enough. Does that make sense? Yeah? All good? Okay. So let's talk about our skin. I'm going to talk about an incredible skincare range. We have got the best skincare range in the world. Why? Because our skincare has redox signaling molecules in it. This is an all-over body rejuvenation. These photos you're seeing here, these photos were only 28 days or less with this product. 28 days or less. The lady on the left, she looks like she's had a facelift. She just used this product. What this product does is brings elasticity back in the skin. It gets rid of the wrinkles, puts the moisture back in, cellulite, anything that you don't like on the outside from the sun, anything that hurts, you can apply this gel to. But we do have a nice skincare range. This is the 2 products with the redox in it. So the all-over body rejuvenation is the Renew 28. More concentrated in molecules is a serum for fine lines. We also have the cleanser and the moisturizer to support the molecules when they go on. So let's have a look at some examples of conditions people have and what these molecules can do and how they can help. This poor guy, young guy, he's got a problem obviously with his skin. He was on both products, the consumable and the Renew 28 for 6 months. The Renew 28 just isn't for your face. It's for under your arms, back of your hands, your belly, anywhere you want to put it, stretch marks, anything at all. Apply these molecules to your skin and it will detect the damage no matter what the damage is. It will tell the immune system, here's a problem, like the back of this lady's hands. Those spots aren't supposed to be there. So the body now knows those spots are not supposed to be there. So the immune system's called in to deal with the spots on the back of that person's hand. So there's plenty of studies, a lot of studies. The Renew 28, on the left-hand side, the Renew 28 alone, 4-week study, skin cell renewal. Now, 16% faster skin cell renewal. Now, what that means is the Renew 28, what the 28 means is skin cells turn over and rejuvenate every 28 days. That's when we're very young. When we get older, it's 35 days and 45 days and 55 days. That's why we start getting wrinkles and our skin starts to sag. So Renew 28 will speed up that process by 16%. When you apply this to your skin, it brings an extra 50% blood flow to area of application within 15 minutes. Incredible for healing, but then we've got the molecules that signal the immune system to where you've actually applied it. So there was about a 20% improvement on elasticity, wrinkle depth, and smoothness as well. When you look at the whole skincare range, and this is the study on this right-hand side, 100% of participants saw an improvement with fine lines, 95% with skin smoothness, radiance 85%, and the 92% with photoaging is the problems people have underneath their skin. They've got something that's going to come to the surface that's not going to be not pleasant from the sun. More than likely, this will deal with it before it comes to the surface. After 4 weeks on the trial, 90% of the trial participants wanted to purchase the products after 4 weeks. So let's talk about now the Asea Redox Cell Signaling Supplement. Now, this supplement is consumable. You've just heard about the products for the outside. This is for the inside. And this is cellular health from the inside out. So what happens when we drink these molecules instead of applying them to the skin? Asea replenishes the very redox signaling molecules that we are lacking in that improve cell renewal and help every single system in our body to function at optimal level no matter what age we are. People report less fatigue, better sleep, improved health and mood, and less discomfort. This is the safest thing in the world that we can put in our body. There's nothing safer. Everything that you're putting in your body right now has got a level of toxicity. You can give this to a newborn baby. It's non-toxic, it's bioactive, which means it works in our body because it's native to our body. It's what our body produces. This is Rosie. You can see Rosie on the left-hand side at 84 years old. On the left-hand side, her son is a doctor and said, "Mum, you have to use these two products." And after 7 weeks, she went from the age 84 to still 84, but look how much younger she looks in the two photos on the left-hand side just after 7 weeks. And she said to her son, a doctor, "These products haven't worked for me." "Hang on, Mum, I took a photo. Let's compare photos." And this was the result after 7 weeks. But look at Rosie at 86, 87 years old. She's getting younger as she gets older. That's what these products do. They slow down the aging process. They reverse the aging process. They make us look younger, feel younger, because these molecules are finding the damage in our bodies. This is a huge breakthrough for human performance. You may not be an athlete, but these two products athletes use. So, as I said, we may not be athletes, but really we are. We walk upstairs, we walk up hills, we're jumping in and out of the car. We use a lot of energy during the day. Who would like more energy? Anybody out there like more energy? Yeah, of course we want more energy. So these two products are incredible for athletes or just for us. We will feel like an athlete. We're going to feel stronger. We're going to recover faster. We're going to get more endurance so we can get through the day easier. Our mental stamina, thinking, clarity, the fog will lift because we're healing and recovering so fast. This is Dr. Gary Samuelson. He is only one of 5 atomic and medical physicists in the world. He wrote this book, The Science of Healing Revealed. He came up with this breakthrough. He managed to change the molecular structure of salt water outside of our body by pulling the atoms apart through a 3.5-day electrochemical process and restructuring those atoms into these stabilized, balanced redox signaling molecules. Now listen to his 2 statements. They are 2 huge statements. He said, "The redox signaling process is a remarkable process because it is the process that allows us to regenerate healthy tissue in place of unhealthy tissue and maintain our normal function and capacities." Now listen to this. This technology has the potential to spearhead the greatest advances in health that we have ever seen. There will never, ever, ever be a bigger breakthrough in health than what is in this bottle. There are so many peer review articles on redox signaling. This is a little bit old. We're actually up to over 33,000 peer review articles now. So if you go to pubmed.gov, PUBMED, like public medical, pubmed.gov, put in the words redox signaling with any word that you want, antioxidants, any condition, anything at all, sugar problems, redox signaling in pubmed.gov, do a search, and you'll come up with over 33,000 peer review articles. There is now over 1,500 textbooks now, 1,500 on redox signaling. So the product, the technology is not on trial. The science is fully validated. And Bioagilytics, a third-party laboratory, they certify what's in this bottle saying this isn't salt water anymore. It was made from salt water. This is not salt water anymore, but trillions and trillions and trillions of redox signaling molecules, the exact same molecules that you produce, that you are lacking in, that signal our bodies to heal itself. I don't know if you've heard of the Huffington Post. Huffington Post is a big paper here in the United States. They distribute this around the world. They wrote an article, 5 emerging technologies in science that would shape our lives in the coming years. And this is a list. And you can see redox signaling technology is number 4. And they say in the paper, redox signaling molecules has been around forever, for eons. But it isn't until recently that we've learned of their central importance in our health at a cellular level. New technology is emerging that inserts healthy redox signaling molecules into our bodies, helping to repair and replenish our aging cells. Since we are made up of cells, 75 trillion of them, every single organ in our body can potentially benefit from this new technology. I said, this is 20 years ahead of its time. This is going to be literally the next 50 years, what's in this bottle. So obviously this is a network marketing business and there is a business plan. You can generate serious income by sharing this with others. I didn't look at this as a business. I looked at this for my health. But after 5 months, I started sharing it with other people. And when I was sharing it with other people, the company started sending me thank you checks. And the thing is, as much as I lost my health and I needed this desperately, this product, it was the business model that saved my life. And the reason the business saved my life is because when I started sharing this with other people and the company started sending me thank you checks, I had enough money to invest in the product for my health. So as a business, it saved my life. So we can make referrals because this is a network marketing business. We become individual distributors. We have our own business within this business. So have a think about this. How many times have you recommended a movie or referred somebody to a nice restaurant? We've all done it, yeah? Everybody's referred somebody to a restaurant or a movie. How much money have you been paid for that referral? How much money were you paid for referring somebody to a movie or to a restaurant? Absolutely zero. Okay, this is totally different. We introduce people to Asea. They take the product every day, every week, every month, and you get paid every day, every week, every month, every year, year after year. You can create and build generational wealth for your family. So we are building residual income. And the magical thing about residual income is once you build your business to a certain level, whether you work or not, you're still going to get paid. So obviously you get paid not just for the people that you refer. So for example, with me, I introduced 100 people over the last 6 years, but that has turned into 40,000 people in 33 countries. And every single time 40,000 people use the product, I get paid. So it's not just from the people that you refer. So it's their friends and so on. There are 8 different ways we get paid. I'm not going to go into the compensation plan. Roland's an absolute expert at all this. He will go through this with you. But there is 8 different ways to get paid. Now, on top of 8 different ways, actually, I'm going to ask you a question. If you're still working for somebody or you're in traditional business at the moment, how many ways do you get paid? 1. We get paid 8 different ways. Now, not only that, there are some incredible trips and incentives. I'm going to help a lot of people in the Philippines to win this trip, this Ascent trip that's on this year to Bali, Indonesia. And there's the Diamond Summit, and there's the Legacy trip, and there's the trip with Convention. There is 7 trips that you can win with this company every single year. Not just trips, but premium rewards, prizes, rewards, gifts, cash. There is so much in the background. It's incredible with what this company gives. And all we have to do is build distribution channels. And this is how it works. You're going to tell somebody, who tells somebody, who tells somebody, who tells somebody. And the great thing about this is we can build into 33 countries. We can build in different regions in the world. You might know people in America. Who knows people in America? I mean, I'm living in Hawaii. The Filipino community out of the whole of the United States is the biggest here in Hawaii. It's huge. And you can also build into Asia. Who do you know in Hong Kong? Who do you know in Malaysia? Who do you know in Thailand? Who do you know in Singapore? I'm sure if you don't know somebody, somebody that you know does know somebody in these other countries. And then there's obviously Europe. So we can build this business into many, many markets around the world. Doesn't take much to get started, and there's different packages. Roland and the team can go through all this with you. That's 60 Australian dollars to start. It's a little bit different in the Philippines. There's great training. Roland's holding training all the time. I've got training on. We've got plenty of these Discover Aseas that we hold every single week that you can plug into. They're great tools for bringing on guests. Great for you coming on to learn yourself. There's plenty of tools in place. We're going to hold your hand if you're going to build this business, and we're going to run with you. So we'll teach you what to do, exactly what to do, step by step, word for word, and all you have to do is follow a very, very basic system. I try not to get anybody caught up in analysis paralysis. Don't try and get to know all about the science straight away, or the structure, or the strategy. Just go and help people. Keep it really basic. Keep it simple. You reach out to people, connect, and then link them to a leader. Get them back to Roland. Get them back to a leader to do a call with you, to meet that person with you, to bring them to a physical meeting. And if you're doing that, if you're edifying your leaders rather than handling a conversation yourself, you'll be much more successful bringing people along. Our statistics here in the US and Australia, if we try and handle a conversation ourselves with people that we know, we will only bring on 1 out of 10 people. If we take it to a leader, if we just say enough, I mean, I'll give you an example. Bodji, if I can show you a way to live longer and healthier, would you want to know about it? Okay, well, a friend of mine, Roland, is an expert, a world authority on this new breakthrough. He's a very busy man, but I might be able to get him on the phone for about 5 minutes. Do you mind if I do that? Is that okay? And you can hear this from him being an expert. And I just line up the call, boom. If I know Bodji, and Bodji knows me, and Bodji knows me growing up, going to school, going to work, being in business, and then I come across this incredible breakthrough, and I'm saying, Bodji, I've come across the biggest breakthrough in health, redox signaling molecules, the mitochondria, and this and that. He's going to be confused. He's going to say, oh, no. Just say enough to get that person to a leader, to a third party, to somebody else. So when we open up an account, we've got a virtual office, and we've also got a website that's created straight away. So all this is in place for a very small amount to join up, and then you get your package. There's different ways to come in with your packages. And the bigger the package you get when you start, the more benefits, the more free product, the more loyalty points, the more loyalty percentage on your future auto ships. So if you're serious about building the business, come in with a big pack. If money's an issue, come in with a smaller pack. You can still do the business at that level. But the bigger the pack, the more benefits. So after 5 months, I started sharing this with people. After 5 months, as a byproduct of losing my health and regaining my health, I wanted to help others. It became a purpose-filled mission. It became a responsibility. So I was reaching out to my family and friends. I made a lot of mistakes because I was one of the ones that ran to them and I was telling them myself, and a lot of them, I burnt them. They won't listen to me. But when I started using that third party, it made all the difference. It made a massive difference. So from what I've done in the past, from business to a corporate job to a traditional job, I would never go back to that because, as I said, Asea has turned this business model into the best business model in the world. We have got a compelling opportunity here. We have a vehicle that can take somebody back to their health. And I'm talking about no matter what they're going through. If somebody came to me and they said, I've only got 1 day to live, that's what the doctors told me. As long as they can consume this product, I would never give up on them. We have the biggest breakthrough. We have incredible leadership in our company. Virtus Norden, Tyler Norden, Fortune 50 meets network marketing. They are the best strategic minds in the world. They want this company to be around for hundreds of years. They want to see Roland making money now. They want to see Roland putting his feet up when he decides not to do that daily activity anymore and still continue earning money. They want Roland's children to take over that wealth when Roland's not around, and their children's children and children's children's children. The owners of this company will not see success until they see that happens with every single one of us, that we can create generational wealth for our family. The corporate leadership, a lot of experience. The field leadership, I got to number 3 in the world in my first 3 years with no experience at all in a product-based network marketing business. I mean, to have me, I'm telling you, is great. To have Roland and Maricel, number 1 in the whole of the Philippines, they're king and queen of network marketing. You have got incredible leaders here to help and support you build this business. We have the best compensation plan out of any company in the world. The compensation plan is so generous and so lucrative. You will find that out as you start building the business and the commissions come in. But the biggest thing is the company's ethos. They lead by their ethos, their principles, their values, their ethics, their integrity, their intention to get this to every single person on the planet. And they've also got an incredible foundation called Advancing Life. And their foundation is doing a lot all around the world. The Mexican earthquake we contributed to. We built a school in Ecuador. We put water pumps into Cambodia. We're feeding people in the Philippines. It's a huge list. Child sex slavery. We are freeing children from sex slavery. So we are doing so much around the world with that foundation as well. And it's an incredible foundation which I contribute to financially. I'm giving back through that foundation with everything that we do. So these products that we have, there's no other supplement in the world that can do what these do for our bodies. Nothing can come close. There's no competition. There's no comparison. There's no copycats. We are the only ones with redox signaling molecules. These molecules are the body's weapon of choice. Weapon of choice. If you want a weapon of choice for your body to fight anything that's going on inside, it's redox signaling molecules. These molecules are the body's weapon of choice. The breakthrough, what you're hearing today, the comp plan, the leadership, everything about Asea, the ethos, makes Asea the most compelling business opportunity that you will ever come across in your entire life. There will never be anything bigger than what we have. As I said, for you guys who are new on this call, whoever invited you on this call has just handed you a gift. I'm not here to sell you this. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm here to give you the information so you can make a decision whether you want to open that gift or leave it closed and give it back. I know what I would be doing, and I'm sure you know what you'll be doing after what you just heard. That gift is so valuable to you and your loved ones, and how it can help you with your health, but also to take you anywhere that you want to go financially. And with that, I'm going to close. I'm going to hand back to Roland. If Roland, you want to do a Q&A or something, but one last comment that Asea will become one of the biggest companies within the health, wellness, and anti-aging industries of all time. And my prediction is that Amway in this industry has been number one for decades in sales at 8.4 billion, that we at Asea with this technology will take over Amway as number one.
Thank you, Dan. Can you please accept the others who are waiting in the...
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
there are some who called me. Sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you very much, Dan. And for those who have questions, you can ask questions with our upline, the top 3 in the world. Dan Doyle, very supportive upline.
Don't be shy like me. Take yourself off mute. Dang it, you're... Oh, he's coming in. Okay. Any questions? Anybody? Anything at all? Anything at all? A lot of people at this point, they normally ask, can it help with this? Can it help with that? This condition, this issue. And when somebody asks about a specific condition or issue, we always answer that question with a question. And the question that I answer that question with is there a cell involved? C-E-L-L. And in every case, there's a cell involved. So anything that you can think of, the reason why people got sick in the first place is a lack of redox. The reason why they can't get their health back is a lack of redox signaling molecules. Oh, that's better. I've got to flush out those toxins. So, who's been involved with Asea for a while here?
Boji.
Boji,
is here. Yeah.
great leader, Boji. And everybody else, you're here for your health. You want to build the business. What are you looking for out of Asea? Why are you looking at this? Why are you involved? Why are you on this call? Some of you may want to live longer. Does anybody want to live longer?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to look younger, feel younger?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, po.
I'm sure you know people. I'm sure you know people, family, friends that are sick. They've lost their health. This is an opportunity to help them. The thing I love about this. This is the most satisfying thing that I've ever done in my life. To introduce this to somebody who's introduced this to somebody who's introduced this to somebody that saves their lives that I have never met. And because of me, because I opened my mouth in the first place, that person is still here today. It's an incredible, incredible business model and incredible opportunity.
That's it.
Thank you, Dagan.
Yeah. So maybe your explanation is very
See what I can
informative,
do
Dan.
here.
Very
And I
clear.
love Asea. Asea, I love.
Magbukas siya background mo.
So Dan, I know you're a very busy person. So thank you for taking your time
My pleasure.
Yeah, so thank you very
And
much. And maybe next week, if you have still time, our schedules every Sunday. Our
Okay.
time here, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So thank you
I'm
very
happy to
much.
be on. I'm happy to be on. And again, thank you and Maricel for leading the way and for helping so many people. Without
Yeah,
you, I wouldn't be talking to this incredible group of people here.
very nice background.
Thank you.
I
Thank
hope we
you.
can visit there.
Yeah, this is Hawaii. Yeah, for sure. I want everybody to come to Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
hopefully soon.
I hope,
Yeah.
and hopefully I can come back to the Philippines soon too, because
Yeah, welcome.
last time I was there, Roland had me running around working. I didn't get to see anything. So
Yeah.
next time.
We are in the
But thanks for
hotel. Yeah.
yeah, thanks for everything, Roland, Marcel. Thank you for attending this call. Enjoy the rest of the call with Roland, and we'll see you soon. And reach out to me on Facebook. Say hello. Connect with me. Anything I can do for you, let me know. Let me know.
Okay, done.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
So once again,
We'll
Dan, thank
talk
you very
soon.
much for your time. Thank you for your support with our team. And rest assured, in a couple of weeks, months, or years from now, we'll have a bulk of production here in our area.
A lot of diamonds. This is the beginning. This is the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great afternoon and evening.
Yeah.
God bless.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
God bless.